Who decides our future? Do we have the choice to determine the course of our lives, or does a higher power control our fate?
Fate. The idea that events are inevitable and will happen no matter what.
If you believe in destiny, you probably believe that your fate was laid out for you to follow from the moment you were born. Your fate is predetermined and nothing you can do can change it. So, does everything really happen for a reason?
Is it really some higher power beyond our control that determines the course of our lives? Or do we hold the power to shape our own destinies? There has been a constant debate surrounding the topic of free will and fate. Some of us like to believe a higher power is in charge of everything, that they have a plan for us and everything will be okay.
This group can be religious and non-religious people who believe in karma or simply destiny. And then we have those who believe only their choices dictate their futures. This group can be made up of skeptics and atheists.
And of course, we have those people in between. They believe in a combination of the both. We may follow our own hearts sometimes, but other times our hearts take control of us.
So what is life? Fate? Free will? Or perhaps a mixture of both?
Let's take a look at a few examples.
In Oedipus's tale, he was prophesied as a child to kill his father, the king, and marry his mother, the queen. In order to escape that destiny, Oedipus's parents tried to have him killed. However, baby Oedipus survived his attempted assassination and was raised by another king and queen in a different city.
When Oedipus got older, he heard of this prophecy, and believing his adopted parents were the ones in the prophecy, he left town in order to protect them.
While traveling, he met a man at the crossroads and got into an argument with him. Oedipus killed the man, unaware that he was his biological father.
Continuing on to the city, his real hometown, he came across a sphinx that was terrorizing the citizens. When Oedipus solved the sphinx's riddle and saved the city, the people made him king, and he married their queen.
So in the end, the prophecy did come true. Oedipus and his parents tried avoiding their prophesied fate, but could not. This is how fate controls our lives. You cannot avoid what was meant to be. In another story, a king, a queen, and a princess lived happily in their castle. When the time came for the princess to marry, her parents arranged a tournament for worthy participants to compete for the princess's hand.
The king and queen were looking for a young man of royal blood in a good financial situation because their country was starting to fall slowly into debt.
So highborn princes from far and wide came to participate in the tournament. They competed in sports and combat and in the arts as well. In the end, the tournament was won by a young prince who displayed remarkable talents and a promising future.
However, the princess had fallen in love with another, the stable boy. It was the princess's desire to run off with him before she had to marry the prince. But the princess knew it was her duty to marry the prince. It would help her people financially and build stable relations between the two royal families as well.
So she set aside her own needs for the good of her people, and even though she was never as happy as she would have been with the stable boy, she didn't regret her decision.
So that story shows how your fate and your needs are not always the same. It was the princess's desire to run off with the stable boy, and her fate was to be happy with him. But she overruled her own happiness in order to take care of her people. Her free will played a big role in the outcome of the story.
In our third and final example, an old man floating on a log in the middle of the sea. His crew and ship have been caught in a storm the last night, and another one was approaching.
After a while, a boat came along and stopped to offer the man a lift to the shore. The old man declined and proclaimed that God would protect him, so the boat carried on.
Soon after that, another boat came close by, and the old man was offered to get him on board. At this time, the storm was fast approaching. Again, the old man refused, knowing that God would help him, so the boat carried on.
In the end, the storm came and the old man drowned. When the man went to heaven, he asked God why he didn't help him. God answered that he did in fact send help, in the form of 2 boats.
So this story demonstrates how a combination of fate and free will affects our lives. Fate may be present, may it be in the form of God or just a boat, but in the end it is our choice to fulfill our fates.